Hi, I have another video, and this time I'll be unboxing a Ogre Kingdoms Butcher. This is a pewter set from around 2005. Again, I do need to look this up and find out exactly when, but I'm pretty sure I'm correct with 2005. Just like the Ogre Tyrant I opened last, this is in the original box with the original box cover art, which you can see is again mountains. Because that is the ogre homeland, is the mountains. But unlike the tyrant, who is simply in the mountains, this guy is surrounded by what appears to be some sort of pile of bones, like a boneyard, and it's likely the remains of the feasts that he oversees, as well as the magic he casts, which, as I've spoken of before, and I'm sure most people know, ogre magic involves ingesting parts of different creatures to cast spells. It's a pretty cool piece of art. You can see that there's a lot of detail on this model already, just from what we can see here before we've even opened it. He has a lot of little bits and pieces that are bones and meat that he carries with him, as well as his big cleaver. And also you'll notice his teeth. This is actually quite important for ogres. Ogres have, for ogre butchers. Ogre butchers tend to have multiple sets of teeth that they'll swap in and out depending on what they're eating. And this is to help them have a better chance of casting their spells properly by being able to eat these things, which sometimes are quite difficult for them, even as ogres, to eat. So I'll start just by turning it really quick. There's another head option. And that is the same head option. And there is a third one, which we'll see in a moment. They don't picture him on the box. Again, heavy metal how to paint suggestions. It's not the entire line of paints they would have used. There is more here, but it's a start. And then here are your pieces. Body and legs go together. 3 arm options, 2 knoblar options, 3 head options, and a bunch of extra bits, which these are bones and meat and such. So I'm going to open this now. First thing we get is another one of the catalogs. I showed this off in the Tyrant video. So if you want to see more about that and have a better explanation, it's in that Tyrant video, although it's pretty clear what most of that is. In the box, we have our 40mm base. If I can get this to stay. There. So, the legs. A lot of details. I like his club foot. Something a little different. You don't actually get that many peg legs and such in Warhammer in most lines. Pretty much any of them, really. So it's cool to have that. I'd like to think that he, I don't know, cut off his own foot for a spell or something. Here is the body. Again, just like the Tyrant, I've begun getting ready to pin, because I know I'm going to have to pin this guy. Now, this guy doesn't have the most interesting pose. You'll see, again, on here, he's kind of just standing at the ready, almost. And depending on the weapon, it's either this cleaver this tenderizing mallet, or this bone saw. I did say before, I have another one of these. It's in fine cast. If people want me to show it off, I will, but it is the exact same set, just in fine cast. I don't think there's anything interesting other than I can use that one to, I think, cut him up a bit and do a different pose, which I might do. I'm also going to take some of these extra pieces and create a third butcher slash slaughter master using one of the bull bodies. And I'm going to be doing the same thing for a bruiser using the extra pieces that came with the tyrant. It's one of the benefits of these kits for the ogres. You do get, again, as I said, multiple heads, and if I can just find them, I'll show you the heads. This one's kind of hard to get the details on, but I think you can tell it's the one that was on the side of the box where he's got some big metal teeth. Then we have, this is the one that's not shown, and it's a very kind of generic looking ogre head. Nothing special here. Sorry about my dirty fingers. I was working with some molding materials earlier. I needed to make some quick molds for the bases. It's going to be quicker to make my own resin molds than order some, I think. Plus I have I wanted to practice with it anyway, so making some easy items like bases is kind of probably a good place to start, I think. And there's the one that's featured on the front with those gnarly teeth. Then we have, oops, no, it's not going to stay open. That's okay. 2 Gnoblars. This one, he's tied up and like one of the Gnoblars in the Tyrant box, ready to be eaten, I'm guessing. I like the, I like how many of these Gnoblars are just clearly there as some sort of snack. I do like this Jabba the Hutt vibe some of these guys have. They just have little things around them that they can grab and eat. It fits the ogre mentality, I think, the vibe they're supposed to give off. This guy here, not sure what he's doing. He's around the feet, so he might be one of the tooth Gnoblars, the helpers. They don't actually do anything. They just kind of basically act as decoration on the model. They're only actually a rule in the book, and the model itself is inconsequential. And this is just meats, pieces of meats and bones and stuff that you can attach. You know, just some extra details, basically, that you can put on your butchers. And like I said, I'll be using a little bit on this guy, but more of it probably on the bull that I'm going to convert. A few pieces of these will actually help me quite nicely, I think, disguise the fact that he started off as just a standard bull body. So that's it. We have our Ogre Kingdom's Butcher, the parts that came with it. And again, as you can see, even though the ogres didn't have a lot of character model options, there was only a couple of special characters at launch, and 3, I believe, character boxes: the Tyrant, Bruiser, Slaughtermaster, Butcher, and Hunter, which I'll be unboxing in the next video. But the 2 main ones, the Tyrant, Bruiser, Butcher, Slaughtermaster sets, came with a lot of pieces and a lot of options, I think, to make spares out of just plain ogre bodies. I don't know if that was GW's intention, but it definitely feels like you know, with the older type of mentality, the old way they were, when they were more into us making our own stuff, converting more, and less worried about us buying every single thing directly from them. I feel like probably that is what they intended, what they wanted. So I appreciate that. And this is just a cool model. I look forward to putting this one together too, and adding him to the slowly growing collection of ogres, and getting them onto the table soon. Probably unpainted for a little bit till I can get everything built, but maybe a small game just to try them out. And I'll get some photos up once some more things are put together. Thanks again, and have a great day.